Hello everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I am Rainbow.
And today it's the third and final day. That's part C of our little look at some dialogues about how to offer and ask for help. In part 1, we were getting help with a computer. In part 2, we had help with a copier in an office. And in part 3 or part C, wow, now it's time to go to a supermarket. So you're out there shopping and you need some help. This is a pretty common situation.
Very common.
Yeah.
Every time I go to the supermarket.
Really?
I need help with, okay, this is going to be in America because we buy more things in America. You know, in Taiwan.
And the stores are bigger too.
Yeah. Like at Target, you've got these huge supermarkets and huge baskets full of things. And I always need help because it's so heavy. So I would like to ask for help. Can you help me get this to the car? That's the type of help that I usually ask. Or, where's the bathroom? Because I've been shopping here and I need to go right now.
All right, those are situations that would be not too strange. And of course, sometimes it's nice to walk around the store and look for what you're trying to shop or what you're trying to buy. Other times you're in a hurry and you don't have time to walk around this big store looking for that one thing. Now, the good news is, though, at a supermarket, at a drugstore, at many of these places we commonly go shopping, there are people who work there whose job it is
to help
you. So that's the good thing. In part 1 and 2, we were kind of asking friends for help. But in part C, we'll be asking a clerk or someone who works in the supermarket to help us find something or get some information, or we're going to have to find out by reading the dialogue. So let's get to it. Linda is trying to reach something on a high shelf.
Do you need a hand with that, miss?
Yes, please. That's just too high for me to reach.
Don't worry. This happens a lot. Here you go.
Okay, how to offer and ask for help at a supermarket. Let's find out what's going on. But before we do that, we should mention this word, supermarket.
And as you know, supermarket is a super market. So we know that market is a place where you can get many things. In the old days, it would be like farmer's market. Everybody's getting maybe fish, potatoes, and it would be out on the streets and you could have a nice time and you get to know everybody. Now, in the modern days, we have supermarkets, which are stores that are indoors with air conditioners and they're big. So it's a big version of a regular market. It's called a supermarket, especially the ones in North America. They are huge.
That's right. Could also be called a grocery store, but supermarkets are often a little bit bigger. And as you said, that's where you'll get many of the things you use all the time, many of the foods you eat all the time at home. So Linda, it says, is trying to reach something on a high shelf. Okay, yes, this is a problem you might have in some of these big supermarkets. They have so much stuff in there to buy that some things will be quite high off the ground. They're on a high shelf, and if you're not a tall person or you don't have a tall friend, it might be hard to reach them. To reach something is to use your body, usually using your hands and your fingers at the end of your arm to get something that's quite far away from you. It's easy to reach something here, but if something is just a bit further than your hand can go or your hand can reach, then you can't reach or grab, touch, or connect with that thing. All right, so short people, kids, will have a tough time reaching the basketball net when they're trying to play basketball. But of course, if you're in the NBA, you can probably just stand there and touch it without much problem because they're so tall, those players can reach almost anything.
That's right. And if what you're trying to reach is very high, that means it's up there. If it's very far, that means it's out there. But high is up and low is down. So something that could be high up on the shelves could be something that not everybody buys all the time. So it's not in a place where your eye can see it. But you might be looking up there, you'd be like, but I like this brand and I want to get it. I just can't reach it. So she needs help from the clerk.
That's right. If it's high, that just means it's a long distance from the ground. So I guess the clerk already sees Linda. She might be standing on the tip of her toes as she reaches and reaches, but she can't quite touch that thing she wants to get. So the clerk says, "Do you need a hand with that, miss?" He's not going to give her his hand. That means, do you need help with that, miss? Can I help you?
Linda says, yes, please. That's just too high for me to reach. She's very polite. Yes, please. Please help me. I do need you.
She's very polite and maybe very short. But the clerk says, don't worry. He says, oh, no problem. Don't feel bad or embarrassed or anything like that. This is no trouble. As he says, this happens a lot. Here you go. Because yeah, many stores, the shelves are quite high, or at least the top of the shelf is quite high. So maybe once or twice a day, he has a similar problem with other customers. No big deal. All right, let's take a break and then we'll be back.
Thank you. While I have you here, could you help me with something else?
Sure. All you need to do is ask.
I'm looking for a special kind of sugar, but I didn't see it anywhere.
If you tell me the brand, I can look it up in the store computer.
Really? That would be great. Thank you.
All right, so we are at the supermarket and the very friendly clerk is helping Linda, the lady who's shopping there, to reach something on a very high shelf. She maybe isn't quite tall enough to touch it. She doesn't want to climb up the shelf like a monkey, because that would be strange and dangerous. So the clerk, who's probably a little bit taller, is going to help her. And as we get back to our dialogue, Linda seems very happy to get his help.
She says, thank you. While I have you here, could you help me with something else? So while I have you here, it's, oh, also, while you are already here with me, I need to ask you something. So you can say, while I have you here.
While I have you here, one more thing, in other words. So the clerk says, sure, yeah, I can help you with something else. That's my job, and you know, I got nothing else to do. So he says, all you need to do is ask. Yeah, definitely I can help. What would you like? All you need to do is ask. Tell me, please, how can I help you?
Linda says, I'm looking for a special kind of sugar, but I didn't see it anywhere. She knows exactly what she wants. She knows the name. Maybe she knows the packaging, but she couldn't find it, so she has to ask the professional, who is the clerk.
That's right. The clerk, of course, will know the store very well. They'll know where things are. And yes, maybe if it's a special sugar from another country or made with something strange or very expensive, they'll put it in a special place. I don't know what it is she's looking for, but I do know it's sweet because it's sugar, and sugar is sweet. It is made from sugar cane, which is a type of plant or a grass. You cut it down, you boil it down, and then eventually you get this small white crystals. It kind of looks like salt, but salt tastes like salt, and sugar tastes like sugar. You put salt on your French fries, you put sugar on your cookies or your donuts or in your coffee or tea if you want things to be nice and sweet. But yeah, they do have cane sugar, brown sugar, molasses, things like that.
Sugar.
So there are unusual types of sugar that the store might have. So yeah, he can help her find it for her sweet thing that she wants to make at home, maybe. And he says, if you tell me the brand, I can look it up in the store computer. Even better, he might know from his memory, from looking around and working in the store where it is, but an even better way to find it, tell him the brand, the name of the company that makes it, and then he can just check in the store computer. And that will say, if they have it, where it is, and even maybe how much of it they have.
Right. Yeah. Linda's really excited. Really? That would be great. Thank you. It's always really hard when you're in a big place and you can't find that one thing you're looking for. You can feel a bit desperate. So if there's a professional who can help you out just by looking at a computer, saving the day.
That is true. And also, even if they don't have it, maybe on the computer they can order it for Linda so they'll get it in a day or two.
That's right. And when we like something very particular, we might like it because of the brand. So the brand is the label on that is whatever company is producing the product. And if I like a special brand of sugar, maybe that taste and that texture is just different from anything else, and I just don't like those other brands, meaning that label on that packaging. So I really wanted to remember or take a picture of it so I can know which company produced it, and then I can look it up.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of things that we use frequently, like ketchup or coffee or a favorite kind of juice. They'll have many types of that, but as you say, you like a certain one. Maybe one is more expensive than the other, or it's made in a different way. These types of things will determine if you like this brand or that brand, or you don't have the brand that I like. I'll have to go to a different store. So there you go. Pick your products well, make sure you can reach them, and if you can't, get some help. And we'll see you back here in the future. Until then, happy shopping, photocopying, and computer using. We hope you have no problems with all of those. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Linda is trying to reach something on a high shelf.
Do you need a hand with that, miss?
Yes, please. That's just too high for me to reach.
Don't worry. This happens a lot. Here you go.
Thank you. While I have you here, could you help me with something else?
Sure. All you need to do is ask.
I'm looking for a special kind of sugar, but I didn't see it anywhere.
If you tell me the brand, I can look it up in the store computer.
Really? That would be great. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下这一课的重点单字。第一个 supermarket 名词超市。There is a big supermarket near my house. 我家附近有一间大型超市。下一个单字 reach 动词伸手拿到碰到。It's difficult for kids to reach the shelf on the wall. 孩子们很难碰到墙上的架子。下一个单字 high 形容词高处的高的。There is a high fence around the house. 那栋房子被很高的围栏包围。最后一个单字 sugar 名词糖。I don't take sugar in my coffee, thanks. 我的咖啡不加糖，谢谢。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个to 加形容词 for somebody to 加动词，表示对某人而言太怎么样，以至于无法怎么样。注意这个句型具有否定的含义 ，for somebody 在这里可以省略。我们来看看这两个例句。第一个例句 ，The bread is too hard for me to eat。这个面包太硬了， 我咬不动。下一个例句 These books are too difficult to read. 这些书太难了，看不懂。下一个文法 All somebody needs to do is 加动词，某人只需要做的事。All somebody needs to do 是名词子句当作主词的用法，视为单数，必须搭配单数动词 is， 而且 is 之后固定接原形动词哦。我们来看看这个例句 All we need to do is follow the instructions. 我们需要做的事就是遵循指示。Instruction 就是指示。最后一个文法 look up 查询查阅。我们来看看这个例句 I wasn't sure about the meaning of that word, so I decided to look it up in a dictionary. 我不确定那个单字的意思，所以我决定查阅字典。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hi everybody, I'm Carolyn.
Hey, I'm Josh.
Hello everyone, I'm Shane.
And today we're going to play a game called Guess the Bear. I have 2 cards in my hand, and on each card are 2 sentences. A word or phrase in each sentence has been replaced by the word bear. And my 2 contestants, Josh and Shane, will be competing to guess the bear. Okay, are you both ready?
May the best man win.
I was born ready, mate.
Let's do this.
Let's get started. Our first one is an adjective and it's one word. Amy found the bare spot to sit and read in the park. Bob wants the wedding to be bare because it is important to him.
Perfect.
Yes, one for Josh. So the sentences are, Amy found the perfect spot to sit and read in the park. Bob wants the wedding to be perfect because it is important to him. All right, you still have a chance, Shane.
Okay,
Let's move
I just
on.
need to be faster.
Yeah.
All right, our second one is a phrase and it's 2 words. Jane likes to go to art museums to bare paintings. It's polite to bare the person you're talking to.
Look at.
Yes,
Bam!
look at. So the sentences are, Jane likes to go to art museums to look at paintings. And it's polite to look at the person you're talking to. Wow, so it was 1 for 1 this
1-1.
time.
That's a tie.
And we're all being very polite by looking at each other
Oh.
while talking.
Wow.
Well, at least I'm not sure about Shane, but yeah.
I'm very polite.
Okay, that's good.
Absolutely.